Uh-oh. Whoopsie. Hello. This is a story. This is my story about years ago when I took it upon myself to become a thief. It was a very short-lived career as a thief, and I've learned a lot since that time about stealing in stores, especially big box stores like Target, Walmart, yeah, any store, Best Buy, all those big box stores. So years ago, I went into Target, probably 30 something years ago, when they did have Target still there. They will probably always have Target, but anyway, I went into Target and I thought to myself, I need a pair of mountain biking gloves. I had no money. So I kind of sauntered into the store and I said to myself, I'm getting those gloves. I walked to the bicycle area, found the gloves, beautiful gloves, uh, and I put them in I shoved them down my pants. So after that, I started to slink through the aisles back to the front door to get out of the store. And I was very proud of myself. I thought I just got away with something. So then I get to the front door. I open the door. The sunlight hits me in the face, and I just thought, I'm free. I made it. But it didn't really go too well that day. As soon as I got maybe 10, 15 feet out of the store, somebody came running out of the store and basically grabbed my arm and told me, you need to come back into the store. And I was thinking, why? What did I do? Who, me? And so they took me into a small little office. I went into this office. And they said, we know you stole something. And we want it back. But before that, we have to tell you what's going to happen. So basically, they told me that they were calling the cops. So the cops came down, and I was sitting there like an idiot. I pulled out the gloves out from in my pants, and the guy was telling me that he was looking at me in the aisle, and he was trying to let me know to not steal. I didn't even look at him. I didn't see him. So I think I got a ticket from all that, or a warning or something. And I couldn't go back into the store again for like a year. So that was my lesson learned in uh, in why I shouldn't steal. But it amazes me, even 30 years later, that there are still people that go into stores and they think they're going to get away with it. They'll go in there and they'll steal whatever. Some people go into the stores and steal just amazing amounts of groceries and put them in carts and then just haul ass, you know. Sometimes they get away with it. I mean, I will say sometimes they do get away with it because a lot of stores say, you know, if somebody steals from you, it's not worth losing your job. Just let them go. But the thing is that this is the kicker here. When I worked as an electrician, I learned how to install lots and lots and lots and lots of devices that were geared to protect store inventory. So basically, me and other people on the crew, electricians, would go in. We would install cameras up in the ceilings, which would then go all the way, then would go down to the panel, and then they would go into their security rooms. This is in the early days, I guess about 20 years ago, early days of real good technology, you know. But even back then, they had some pretty good technology 20 years ago for loss prevention. And my job, one of my job was to help install cameras, fire alarm systems, electrical systems, lighting, other types of fire alarm control panels, stuff like that. And the one thing I will say that I learned through all that is that if you go into a store and you're thinking, all we have to do is duck in the aisle or have a distraction, you know, you have like somebody over here and they're like, here, I got you. You're gonna be caught. And because there are so many cameras, the cameras basically can see every freaking angle of that store, every little corner, every little aisle, and it will zero in on you as soon as you walk in the door. And especially if you look suspicious to begin with, they're going to be watching you. And that makes sense. And the thing is that the people who are not doing the stealing, and a lot of people who are like struggling, they're just trying to be normal people. They're not like out thieving or doing anything like that. And they're withholding their emotions to go and do these petty crimes, you know, like who's it hurting anyway? But the thing is that it hurts a lot of people. It hurts the people who are just trying to make it in life, and then they see the prices going up because of loss to the store. Because the stores are going to get their bottom dollar no matter what, and that will reflect in the prices that they put on to their customers. And sometimes the criminals get away with it, you know. Sometimes they don't. But back when I was younger, they had a little more stricter penalties for stealing. You know, now it's kind of like you just get a slap on the wrist and it's like, you know, just don't do it again, you know. And I think a lot of people just don't really care anyway. Some people just say, yeah, well, you know, I got to get mine. But I will tell you that from my experience as an electrician, my experience doing both fire alarm and electrical systems in commercial buildings, is that if you try to, you think you're going to get away with it, it's just not going to happen, because as soon as you walk into those stores, somebody's watching you. Oh yeah.